Hi, I'm going to show you how to do this double crochet ripple stitch Afghan. I did this with a single crochet. It's one of my most popular videos that I have on my channel. So I used the same pattern except for I had to adjust it because it's double crochet. I used an H hook, medium worsted, impeccable yarn. The pattern is listed down below. I used about 2 skeins of each color. You can adjust the hook size if you'd like it bigger. I also used the chain of 252, which is the biggest, but you can scale it down, and so the numbers that you can use are 126, 147, or 168, or 189, which will make the Afghan smaller. I did use 6 sets of 3 rows, and it measured, once it was finished, it measured around 70 inches by 70 inches, like 68 inches. So it's a pretty big Afghan when you do it in the double crochet. So if you want to scale it down, you could go as low as 126. I didn't measure those chains, so if you chained like 126 and worked your double crochet, you could measure it with measuring tape. So this, like I said, the pattern is listed down below, and I'm going to show you how to get started step by step. Okay, so the gauge is 4 rows of each color equals 4 inches. Okay, so let's get started. Now to get started, I'm going to double crochet in the 3rd chain from the hook. Now you're going to double crochet in the next 8 chains. You're going to work 3 double crochet in the next chain. Now you're going to double crochet in the next 9 chains. Now skip 2 chains and work a double crochet in the next 9 chains again. Now work 3 double crochet in that next chain. So that's the pattern. After the 3 double crochet, you're going to work a double crochet in the next 9 and then skip 2 chains and then a double crochet in the next 9 chains again, and then work 3 double crochet in the next chain. Just keep repeating that back and forth until the end. Double crochet in the last chain, and then you're going to chain 1, turn your work. Okay, double crochet in the next back loop, and then double crochet in the next 8, which is a total of 9 altogether. Work 3 double crochet in the center of those 3 previous double crochet, right in that back loop, right in that middle one. You're going to work 3 double crochet, and it's always right in that center one. So then all 3 double crochet go right into that center of the 3 double crochet. Now work a double crochet in the back loops of the next 9 stitches. Now skip 2 stitches and work a double crochet in the next 9 back loops. Now work 3 double crochet in the same stitch in the back loop. Now double crochet in the next 9 stitches in the back loop again. Okay, and you alternate between the two until you get to the end. The skip 2 and then the 3 double crochet after your 9 double crochet. At the end of row 2, you're going to leave a stitch unworked. So this stitch always gets unworked at the end of each row from now on. So when you continue on to the next row, you're just going to chain 1 and turn, and when you get to the end of your row, you're going to leave 1 unworked and stop and then turn. I did 4 rows of one color. You can do as many rows as you like of your colors. I alternated between 4 colors all together, and I'm going to add a new color, so this will be the next row of 4 rows. So I just pull through and then a slip stitch and then a chain 1 and then turn, and then you just repeat your pattern the same exact way, and the pattern is listed down below if you need more assistance. So double crochet in the next back loop and then work 8 more double crochet in each of the next 8 double crochet, so you have a total of 9 altogether. work 3 double crochet in the same stitch, and then you're just going to work this pattern the same exact way as before. You can do 4 rows of one color or 6 rows or 8 rows, just depending on what you prefer. Okay, so this is how you do the pattern. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe. At the end, weave in all your ends with your yarn needle to complete. I'm going to show you how to make this ripple stitch Afghan. I use 3 Karen Soft balls of yarn, 3 different colors, and I'm using an H hook. The pattern link is down below when I start the pattern if you need help. And I'm redoing this video to get the number count. And so the chains you can do, and I think I have it figured out, you can do 125 chains to make it a smaller Afghan, or you can do 146, 167, 188. The original count I did get from this pattern was 251. Now, I don't know the measurements as far as the length or the width, so I know for sure on 251 the pattern, the original pattern was 251. So the link is down below for this one. If you want to change it up, because people asked if it can be divided evenly. At first I thought it could, but I'm realizing it can't. So I had to figure out what are certain chains that will get you to the end with the appropriate amount of chains and with this pattern. So if you want to try 125, 146, 167, 188 chains, or 251 chains. These are the chains I came up with. When I show you how to do the pattern, you'll start with an extra chain in the beginning, plus 9 single crochet, plus 1, which is 3 single crochet in 1, plus 9 single crochet, plus 2 stitches, which is a skip 2, and then you just repeat the pattern, which is 9 plus 1 plus 9 plus 2 stitches. Then you end with 9 plus 1 and then add 1 more 9 to end, but I'll show you all of that. And then I just worked it out on this number where I could figure out where the 3 was and then skip 2, and then I came up with the counts. So I hope that helps to help you with different kind of chain counts, because a lot of people are asking how can I make the blanket smaller, and that's how you can make it smaller. Now as far as making it bigger, you would have to, work it all out as far as the number count, which I haven't gotten that far. I just took it all the way to 188, and then 251 was the original one. So to do the original one, if you want to do 251, you can chain 251. You can chain any of those numbers. This pattern that I'm going to show you will work out no matter what. So if you just follow this pattern, as far as the demonstration, then it'll work out. Any of those chain numbers that I just gave you, like 125, 146, or 167, or 188. So you can yarn over after you slip knot onto your hook, and you can start your chain count. So I'm going to go ahead and just do 251. You can do whatever chain count you like. I'm just going to show you halfway, like a quarter of the way through, to get you started and show you how to do the end and a color change on this ripple stitch Afghan. And the balls, how many balls of yarn, I know originally the count of 251 will tell you exactly how many, but once you get down to the smaller chains, I have not worked that out. I only worked out the chain count, so that one you'll have to figure out as you go along. If you want to change the count, I started out with 251 was the pattern that was given to me by an aunt, so that's how I know that's the original one. And then I thought I had to add 1, and it's not true. It's only 251 after I worked it all out on that chart. So go ahead and get your chain count started, and I'll show you how to get started with the pattern. Single crochet in the second chain from the hook. So 1 and then 2 single crochet. This is done in single crochet. Yes, you can do it in a double crochet and just follow the pattern the same way. And so single crochet in the second chain
chain from the hook, and then 1 single crochet in the next 8 chains. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you have 8 plus the 1 single crochet, that's 9 altogether. Then you're going to work 3 single crochet in the next chain. So this next chain, 1, 2, 3. Single crochet. And then you're going to work 1 single crochet in each of the next 9 chains. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, and now you're going to skip 2 chains. 1, 2, skip, and that next one, 1 single crochet in each of the next 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then you're just going to repeat again, which I'll do it one more time so you understand. Also, now it's starting to create that V ripple stitch. Also, the pattern is listed down below. So now to start at the very beginning, you're going to work 3 single crochet again in the next stitch. 1, 2, 3. Then you're going to work single crochet in the next 9 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then you're going to skip 2 chains, 1, 2. Then you're going to work 1 single crochet in the next 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then you're just going to repeat that again back at the beginning, 3 in the next, 1, 2, 3, 1 in the next 9, and just repeat that all the way to the last 10 chains. These are all your chains. Keep repeating that pattern. Once you get down to your next 10 10 chains here at the end, I'll tell you how to finish it. So pause the video and repeat that pattern all the way to the end. Okay, so you're at the end here, and you did all of your chains where you did 3 single crochet, 1 single crochet in the next 9, skip 2, 1 single crochet in the next 9. Now you're down to your last 10 chains. And you're going to work 3 single crochet in the next. So 1, 2, 3, and then 1 single crochet in the next of the 9 chains. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You're at the end now. Okay, so now that you're at the end, you're going to chain 1 and turn. I'm going to show you how to do the next row, but I'm going to show you with a new color. You can do this up to 6 more rows after you repeat pattern 2. So you have 1, 2, you can do 6, which is a total of 8. So you can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but then there's a total of 8 altogether going back and forth, or however many you would like to do. So I'm going to show you how to change colors. If you continue on with the same color, you're going to change colors in the next 8 rows, and I'm going to show you that next. I'm going to show you how to switch colors. Instead of chaining 1, you can switch colors right now. I'm going to grab that yarn, pull it through, and then you can tighten it by pulling this yarn, and then you'll pull your other yarn you just added, and then you're going to chain 2 or chain 1. So you added your yarn. This is when you're ready to change colors, and you can pull this one and then pull this one, and that's a chain 1. Then you're going to turn. So now we turned, and this is row 2. You're going to skip 1 single crochet, which is this skipped one here, and then you're going to single crochet in the next 9 back loops. This is your front loop, this is your back loop right here. So in each back loop you're going to single crochet. So you skipped 1 single crochet, and then you're going to single crochet in the back loop. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You get to 9, you're going to work 3 single crochet in this back loop. So 1, 2, 3, 'Then you're going to single crochet in the next 9 back loops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then you're going to skip 2 single crochet, 1, 2, and then you're going to single crochet in the next 9. 1, and that's going to give you your ripple V-stitch here and your ripple up here. So you're doing 3, skip 2, and that's the pattern. So you're continuing the pattern from last time, so that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So now you have 9, and you're back to working 3 single crochet in that next 1, 2, 3. And then single crochet in the next 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then skip 2, 1, 2, and then single crochet in the next 9. Just continue that pattern on. You're going to continue on to 9, work 3 single crochet, and then work 9, and then skip 2 here, and just repeat that all the way to the end, and I'll show you how to finish this end. Okay, you're at the end here, and you did your 3 single crochet, 1 single crochet in the next 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, now you have one last stitch here. You'll always leave the last stitch unworked, so you will not put a single crochet in there. So for all your next rows, you'll always have one left that you'll leave alone. Then you're going to chain 1, and then you're going to turn. Here you're going to skip, and then in that back loop you're going to single crochet, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then you'll work 3 single crochet in the next stitch. 1, 2, 3, and then you just continue down working 1 single crochet in the next 9, skip 2, single crochet in the next 9, work 3 single crochet. Repeat this pattern all the way down, repeat row 2 to the very end. Now when you get to the end, you're just going to fasten off. Once you worked you skipped your last stitch here, you'll fasten off. To fasten off, what I like to do is you can leave like a 7-inch tail or so you can weave in your ends. And then you're going to I just do one like a chain one and pull it through. When you pull it through, then you can take a yarn needle and just weave in your ends here. You can weave it in as many times. I usually do about 3 to 4 times, so I just weave it in back and forth so it hides at the very end. And then you can just cut that right off, and that's how you fasten off at the very end. Okay, so this is how you do the ripple Afghan. If you have any questions, please let me know. This pattern, the gauge is one pattern measures 4 inches, 5 rows to 2 inches, about 44 by 67 inches when finished. And thank you for watching.
Hi, I'm going to show you how to make a crochet flower blanket. I used medium worsted yarn, a G hook. The pattern is down below, and this pattern can be adjusted with different types of yarn, and you can go up or down on your hook size. Okay, I'm going to show you how to connect the flowers to make the blanket. Okay, so let's get started. To get started, you're going to slip knot onto the hook and start with a chain 2 to create your flower. You're going to work 6 single crochet in the second chain from the hook, and then slip stitch in that beginning chain to create a ring. You're going to chain 3, then yarn over, insert your hook in the same stitch, pull up your yarn, yarn over, insert your hook, and draw up your loop for a total of 4 times. So that's 2, and then 3, and then 4. Then yarn over, pull through all loops on the hook, and then chain 4. Slip stitch in the same stitch, and your first petal is going to look like this. Single crochet into the next stitch, chain 3, yarn over, insert your hook into the same stitch, drop your loop 4 times, so that's 2, and then 3, and then 4. Yarn over, pull through all loops on the hook, okay, so now you have your other flower that you made the same exact way with each petal, which is 6 petals, and you're going to insert your hook into one of the back stitches in the center of the petal, and then you're going to pull it through with your incomplete petal. Don't complete the petal, and then you're going to chain 1 and then chain 3 more. So that's 4 altogether. Then you're going to insert your hook into the center of that puff flower right in the same stitch, and you connected it that way, and then you're going to single crochet into the next stitch and then create another petal. So you're going to chain 3 and then yarn over and insert your hook in the same stitch and pull up 4 times. 1, yarn over, insert your hook, drop your loop, 2, and then 3, and then 4, and then yarn over and pull through all loops, and you're going to take that loop, and in that second puff stitch petal you're going to insert your hook right in the center back loop and grab that loop and pull it through. In the center of that puff stitch, and then you're going to do it the same way. You're going to chain 1, 2, 3, 4, insert into the same stitch. Now slip stitch, so single crochet in the next stitch, and then chain 3, and then yarn over, insert your hook, drop your loop 4 times, so that's 2, 3, and then 4, and then yarn over and pull through all loops on the hook, and then chain 4, and then insert your hook in that same stitch, slip stitch. Now you're going to continue with the next 2 petals to finish and slip stitch in the beginning stitch to end. Okay, now you have the other 2 flowers here, and then you're going to go into the next puff stitch that's next to the one that's connected already. You'll start with 2 petals, but one that's not completed, and you're going to pull it through on the second petal, slip stitch, and then chain 4, and then slip stitch into that same stitch, and then single crochet into the next, so chain 3, and then yarn over, insert your hook, and drop your loop 4 times. Now you're going to go into the center of the 2 flowers for your second connection, because you're going to connect your petals 3 times on the flowers. So right in that center, you can go in between or under. I think it's best to go in between, but I went under. Now grab that incomplete petal, pull through, chain 1, then 2, 3, and because you slip stitch, you're going to chain 3 after that, then slip stitch into that same stitch. You're going to single crochet into the next stitch, and then you're going to chain 3, and then you're going to drop your loop 4 times. So this is 3, and then 4, and then yarn over and pull through. Now in the next petal of your already finished flower, you're going to go into the center. So every time now that you connect a flower, it will be connected 3 times. 1 in the first flower, then in the center of that flower, and then into the second flower. And then you're going to pull through, so you're going to pull through that center of that flower and slip stitch, and then 2, 3, and then 4, and then slip stitch into that petal, and then single crochet into the next stitch, and you have 3 parts of your petal connected, and then you're going to work 2 more petals to complete that 6 petal flower. Now I'm going to show you how to connect your 2 petal flower again, just so you're clear. So you have 1 petal already connected, so the petal that's next to the already connected flower, you're going to insert your hook into the center. So it has to be the petal that is right next to the already connected. You're going to connect that second petal of the incomplete flower, then you're going to chain 4 and then insert your hook into that same petal. Then you're going to slip stitch in that petal, and then you're going to single crochet into the next stitch, and then you're going to work a chain 3, and then you're going to yarn over, insert my hook, and pull up the yarn 4 times, and this is my third petal, and you're connecting on your third petal there. Pull through, and then you're going to connect right into the center of the 2 connected flowers, and that's just like I did the other time. This is a repeat. It's going to be done the same exact way. So you'll grab that flower and pull it through, and you're going to do it the same exact way. Slip stitch, and then 1, 2, 3, that was a 4 with the slip stitch, and then slip stitch, and then you're going to single crochet into the next flower, 1, 2, 3, and then you're going to do your next petal and connect that one too. And this is a yarn over 4 times, and then pull through all loops and don't connect it. Then on that next petal right in the center, you're going to connect it. This is how you're going to do each flower from now on. And I don't have a pattern for a border on these flowers. Then you're going to connect it 1, 2, 3, 4, and then slip stitch in that same petal. So you could try a border, but I don't have one. And then single crochet and repeat your 2 petals on that flower. And that's how you keep connecting your flowers, just like that. Okay, I'm going to show you how to add a flower on one more time. And you're going to connect your 2 petals next to a petal that is connected next to the right. So right in that center, there is a petal next to it that's already connected. So pull through, and then chain 4, slip stitch in that same petal, and then you're going to single crochet into the next stitch, and then you're going to chain 3, and then you're going to yarn over and drop your loop 4 times, and then yarn over and pull through all loops on the hook. You're going to connect it in the center of those 2 petals connected, and that's what you'll do for connecting any flower from now on, is connecting it 3 times. So it's connected once, and then in the center of 2 connected flowers is the second part. So pull through, and then you're going to chain 4, and then slip stitch into that petal, and then single crochet into the next stitch, and then chain 3, and then yarn over and drop your loop 4 times, and then yarn over and pull through all loops on the hook. And in the next petal, you're going to connect in the center. That's the 3rd time connecting. Once it's connected 3 times, and then that petal or the flower is connected. So you're going to connect it the same way. Pull through, and then chain 4, slip stitch into that petal, and then finish your 2 petals the same exact way. So single crochet, and that's how you do your flowers for each time you want to connect. Okay? Hi, I'm going to show you how to make this velvet baby blanket Afghan, and the dimensions are 46 by 66. If you do the chain count with a K hook and chunky yarn, then you'll start out with a dimension of 46 across, and then you can keep going for your desired length. And I use 4 to 5 skeins of yarn. You can make this blanket using any type of yarn, and using any hook size, it just will make it larger or smaller depending if you go up or down on the hook or the thickness or thinness of the yarn. And this is a pretty basic pattern. It is great for beginners. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, to get started, you're going to slip knot onto your hook and chain 119. So 119, yarn over and pull through and continue until you reach that total. And with this velvet yarn, it is kind of bulky, it's very soft, but you can use different types of yarn and still do this pattern. I recommend bulky or medium worsted. Okay, now in the fourth chain from the hook, you're going to work a double crochet. So yarn over, insert your hook, grab the yarn, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and then pull through 2 loops. Then you're going to skip the next chain, and then you're going to work a double crochet. And then chain 1 and work another double crochet in that same stitch, and that's going to create a V-stitch. Then you're going to skip a chain. It's going to look like this. You're going to skip a chain and work a double crochet into the next 2 chains. And then you're going to skip another chain, and then you're going to repeat. You're going to work a V-stitch, which is a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. Then you're going to just repeat until you get to the end. So you're going to skip and work a double crochet in the next 2 stitches. So that is the pattern. A double crochet in the next 2 stitches, and then skip a chain, and then work a V-stitch. It's going to look like this, and then you're going to skip and create your V-stitch, which is a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. And then skip and then work a double crochet into the next 2 stitches, and just repeat that until you get to the end. You're at the end here, and you're going to skip a chain and then work 2 double crochet in the last 2 stitches. And then you're going to chain 3 and turn, and then you're going to work, that one counts as a double crochet. Then you're going to work a double crochet into the next double crochet. This is the row that you will repeat from now on. So in that V-stitch, work another V-stitch, a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. And then in the next double crochet, this one right here, you're going to work a double crochet. And then in the next double crochet, you'll work a double crochet on top. And then in that V-stitch, you're going to work a V-stitch. So you're going to work a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, and just repeat that all the way until you get to the end. So a double crochet and another double crochet, and make sure it's right on top of the double crochet and not on the double crochet of the V-stitch. Now you're going to work your V-stitch again, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. Okay, you're at the end here, you have a V-stitch, and then you have 2 double crochet left. So not that double crochet, the one next to it is your double crochet, and then that last stitch is your double crochet. You're going to work another one. And then you're going to chain 3 and turn. And then you're just repeating the row 2 again. You can repeat that up to 65 inches or however long you would like it. It's just all depending on how big you would like this. You can always make it bigger. So then work your double crochet and then work your V-stitch inside the V-stitch. Double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. Then work your double crochet in the next 2 stitches. So not that one, but this one here next to your V-stitch. You're going to work a double crochet. Try not to work your double crochet into the double crochet V-stitch double crochet, because then it will be a little messed up. So go right into that V-stitch, work your V-stitch. This is how you work this blanket. Just keep repeating row 2. I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you for watching, and please subscribe. Hi, I'm going to show you how to make this crochet stripes baby blanket, and I used velvet yarn with an eye hook. The dimensions are 36 inches by 41 inches. It's done in the length, and you can go up or down your hook size or use different type of yarn. Also, the pattern is listed down below. It's a pretty easy basic pattern. This is the yarn. This is baby crushed velvet. I got it at Michael's for $5.99 on sale. It will, for this blanket, take up to about 4 to 5 skeins of yarn, just depending. The H will make it smaller. You're going to start with a slip knot onto your hook, then yarn over, and you can chain. There's no right or wrong for your chain. This is done. I did start this with a chain 145. Okay, once you have your desired amount of chains, then in that 4th chain from the hook, you're going to work a double crochet and then work a double crochet in each chain across until you get to the end. And then you're going to turn your work and chain 2 and then do a front post by taking your hook behind, yarn over, pull through, front post double crochet, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Continue that for each front post. Work behind with your hook, grab the yarn, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and you'll work the front post double crochet until you get to the end. Then you're going to, in that last stitch, work around that post and work a double crochet, and then every row is going to be done the same way. Chain 2, turn, and work a front post double crochet in each stitch across. This is great for beginners. Once you get the hang of the front post, it's pretty easy to do. Now continue this until you have the desired width that you prefer. You already have the length, and now you're going to do the width. And I'm going to show you how to do this V-stitch. It's done in multiples of 3 plus 5. I used a H hook with medium worsted yarn, and with the sample of a chain 20, it measured 7 inches, around 7 inches, and each row was half an inch. If you like to make a blanket, you could do a chain of 101 or so and do about 35 rows or about 40 rows if you like to do that for a baby's blanket. Okay, so let's get started. Start out with a slip knot onto your hook, and I'm doing a sample of 20. You can do any type of chain as long as it's done in multiples of 3 plus 5, and the pattern for this is listed down below. So once you have your chain count, then we can move on to the next part. Double crochet in the third chain from the hook. Grab the yarn, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and then you're going to chain 1, double crochet in that same chain to complete your first V-stitch. Now you're going to skip 2 chains and work in the next chain a double crochet. Chain 1, work a double crochet in that same chain. Skip 2 chains and work a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, and then repeat that until you get to the end. You have 1 chain left. You're going to work a double crochet. Then you're going to, looks like this. Now you're going to chain 3, turn, and work in the chain 1 space, right in the V-stitch, work another V-stitch, which is a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. And then work another V-stitch in the next V-stitch, double crochet, right in that chain 1, double crochet. And then just repeat that, double crochet in the next, chain 1, double crochet. And that's the pattern across until you get to the end. Now you're at the end, you're going to work your last V-stitch and the last V-stitch. So work your double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. And now you're going to double crochet on top of that chain 3, and this is how you complete every row from now on. You can add a new color if you like, and this is how you do your V-stitches, just like this. It's pretty easy once you get the hang of it. If this is your first time, you're going to chain 3 again and just repeat, turn, work your V-stitch in that first V-stitch, chain 1, double crochet. And this is how this V-stitch looks once it's finished. And repeat that until you get to the end. Okay, so thank you for watching. Please subscribe.